Man, it's about that time to clean my baby this week, y'all, because my car is a little junky, if I could tell. Probably not as bad as y'all can see. Got my little trash bag back there, but what's going on YouTube? Your boy Aaron signing back in on another video for y'all today. Just picking up the camera. I'm finna go ahead to the library because I didn't get to read this morning because I've been, actually I woke up this morning to edit one of my videos, so it kind of took all day. Took all day, but it took the majority of my morning. So now I'm in the afternoon, and I gotta go do like a quick little run because I gotta get my tags and stuff in my car. So I gotta go make some runs and stuff right quick, and then I'm gonna go head to the library so I can read my books. The two books I'm trying to read the two books I'm on is the Bible right now, and then I don't even think the Bible count because I'm gonna keep reading that. But the two books two books I'm mainly reading right now. I need to add this third one in, but the two books I'm mainly reading right now is What Makes a Great Great, and then Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then the one I'm gonna try to start on today actually is How to Make Friends. Yeah, How to Influence Friends. So I'm gonna go to the library so I can go there and focus and just read, and and I'm gonna also try to download some of my photos that I took on my camera. So yeah, y'all, it's just a little busy little day I need to knock out, and then later on, y'all already know what I'm gonna do. As y'all know, as y'all just seen recently, I just had this heavy thing in my hand, and right now I just got me my weight vest just came in. So yeah, I'm very happy. I was just wearing it yesterday, and man, that thing is very clutch. Like I really messed with it. I'm glad I got it too. It was a great investment. So I got my weight vest. I'm finna take it to the gym later on to work out and stuff. So, but I'm finna go knock out all my stuff right quick, and then I'm just pick it up when I get to the library. So yeah. What's going on YouTube? Boy, just made it to the library. Finna show y'all the books I've been reading lately. And hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all. But right now, I'm about to start on. Hold on. Let me show y'all the books first, because I'm over here all over the place. Reading is this one. What Makes a Great Great, y'all. I'm actually on page, because I haven't read a chapter yet, but I'm on page 9. And I definitely got some star ones in here. I'm finna read them to y'all. It says, you are responsible for your own results. You hold within your hands the key to the more meaningful life. A roadmap to brighten tomorrows, a nugget of truth in the midst of the confusion, a valuable blueprint that will impel you to restructure your future. Read it, study it, then get into action. And that's something I start because like he was basically on this page 9. He was basically just giving me tips of like what does it takes to become a great. Then the other ones I got that's bullet pointed is there's 4 of them, so I'm about to read them to y'all too. You're dissatisfied with your present status. What new habit must you start that will bring you closer to your goals? So that's a big one I had to start. What must you stop doing because this old habit is pulling you away from your goals? So another one I had to start. These are really good ones. What must you change in order to move toward where you want to be? And those are just, questions they trying to ask for, starters for you to start becoming on your great path. So definitely a good book. I recommend it. Even though I'm on page 9, I'm definitely gonna finish this though by the end of this year. So I'm gonna keep reading it each and every day. But I'm not gonna read it I'm not gonna start in today. The book I'm gonna start on is actually this one. Let me show y'all real quick. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I've been seeing this book around like crazy on YouTube. Like a lot of self-improvement type of YouTubers or self-improvement YouTubers. They be telling, they be just having this book. Definitely recommend it. And they be having this book on. They be having this book on like on their channels, and they be recommending people to read this book. So definitely had to pick it up. It just came in the mail because I ordered it on Amazon. It just came in the mail actually a couple of days ago. So I finna start on today, and then I'm gonna start. And I'm gonna tell y'all the last book I've been reading: Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is like a book for me to learn about the financial stuff, because in school they didn't really teach me a lot about financial things. So a lot of financial people, especially on the self-improvement journey, they tell me like this is definitely a book you want to read and apply to your life. And the page I'm on this one, before I start getting to the other one, is I think I just completed chapter 1. Yeah, I'm starting chapter. No, I'm not. No, nope. I tell you a little lie. But I'm almost about to get to chapter 1. But I'm on page 16 on this, and the one I just started on here. Actually, since I just opened it on page 16, I'm gonna read it to y'all before I start on the new book I'm gonna read. I decided to listen to. He said. He said I decided to listen to and learn from my rich dad about money, and I'm doing so. I choose not to listen to my poor dad, even though he wasn't the one with all the college degrees. Even though he was the one with all the college degrees. So basically, on this page that I'm reading, to give y'all a little spoiler, but it was just explaining the difference between the poor dad mindset and then the rich dad mindset, describing that he's going to take his rich dad advice, which I definitely recommend. Listen to people that you want to be. Listen, definitely take advice from people in of situations you want to be at. Like, hold on, I don't want to say that. Definitely take advice from people of where you want to be at in life. It's also good to listen to the other side too. This channel is really like a judge free and all that channel. So, definitely don't be judging others. Definitely listen to everybody too, because everybody has an opinion. But whatever you want to be at, like wherever you're trying to be at in life, I definitely recommend you to definitely listen to somebody that's just in that position that you want to be in. So, but too much yapping. I'm finna get started on the book. Yeah, I'm finna read it to y'all because I'm finna actually read a couple pages, get my brain going, because like I said, this morning I kind of been like a little rough morning, and I didn't really get to reading today. So I'm gonna have to read today, but that's have to move it to later on. Usually I read in the morning, but I had to edit video for y'all, so. Trying to find the page. Okay, here we go. Okay. How this book is written and why. During the first 35 years of the 20th century, the publishing house of America printed more than a fifth of a million different books. Most of them were deadly dull, and many were financially failures. Many did, I say, the president of one of the largest publishing houses in the world confessed to me that his company, after 75 years of publishing experience, still lost money on the 7 out of every 8 books it published. Why? Then did I have the temerity to write another book, and after I had written it, why should you bother to read it? Fair question, both, and I'll try to answer them. I have since 1912 been conducting the educational courses for business and the professional men and women in New York. At first, I conducted our courses in public speaking only, courses designed to train adults by experience to think on their feet and express their ideas with more clarity, effectiveness, and poise, both in the business interviews and before groups. But gradually, as the season passed, I realized that a that as shortly as these adults needed training in effective speaking, they needed to still more training in the fine art of getting along with people in everyday businesses and social contacts. I also gradually realized that I was surely in needed of a such training myself. Looking back over the years, I applied at my frequent lack of the finances, lack of the finesses, and finances and understanding how I wish a book such as this had been placed in my hands. 20 years ago, what a priceless boon it would have been. Dealing with people is probably the biggest problem you face, especially if you're in a business. Yes, and that is also true if you are a housewife. Articulate, I can't pronounce this word, y'all, but I'm gonna try my best. So bear with me. I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to pronounce big words, but art is archie architect. Yeah, architect. Okay, architect or engineer research done. Architect or engineers research done a few years ago under the. It's another big word. Us, us aspires. I don't. Uh, a species. A spice. A spice of the Carnegie Foundation of the advancement of teaching uncover a most important significant fact later confirmed by the additional studies at the Carnegie wait condition confirmed by the additional studies at the Into Carnegie Institute Institute of the Technology. These investigations revealed that even in such technical lines as an engineer, about 15% of one's financial success is because one's technical knowledge, and about 85% is due to skill in human engineering, to personality, and the ability to lead people. Okay. For many years, I conduct courses each season at the Engineers Club of Philadelphia and also the courses of the New York chapter of American Institute of Electrical Engineers. A total of probably more than 1,500 engineers have passed through my classes. They came to me because they had finally realized after years of observation and experiences that the highest paid personnel in the engineering frequently not those who know the most about engineering. One can, for example, hire mere technical ability in engineering, accountancy, in architecture, or any other profession of a normal salaries, but the person who has technical knowledge plus the ability to express ideas, to assume leadership, and arouse enthusiasm, enthusiasm among people, that person is headed for higher earning power. In the heyday of activity, John D. Rockefeller said that ability to deal with people is to purchase a commodity as sugar or coffee. And I will pay more for ability, said John D., than for any other under the sun. Wouldn't you suppose? What do you suppose that? Wouldn't you suppose that every college in the land would conduct courses to develop the highest price ability under the sun? But if there is one practical common sense course of the kind given for adults, even one college in the land, it has escaped my attention up to the present writing. The University of Chicago and the United YMCA schools conducted a survey to determine what adults want to study. That survey cost $25,000 in 2 years. The last part of the survey was made in the Meriden Connecticut. It had been chosen as a typical American town. Every adult in Meriden was interviewed and requested to answer 156 questions. Questions such as what is your business or your profession, your education, how do you spend your spare time, what is your income, your hobbies, your ambitions, your problems, what subject are you most interested in studying, and so on. That survey revealed health is the prime interest of adults and that their second interest in people, which I knew that too. That's kind of crazy. It really, if you really think of it, y'all, like health is a big part of just a lot of financial stuff. Cause people, you gotta think, a lot of people putting their time. Cause we're in a stage of where the economy, like it's kind of, especially we have Trump as president, but I ain't trying to speak on even the presidential or try to be too into the politics stuff, but definitely like if you really look at it, like a lot of this, if you really pay attention, a lot of our problems and all that, and where the money kind of goes more to, is like all the health stuff. Because, like I said, people putting their time into getting money and stuff. So, not a lot of people are trying to worry about their health, and you can see all around. Like a lot of people are unhealthy, and they doing their thing. But like I said, I'm not really here to judge or anything, but still, like it's just crazy how society is. Like if you really pay attention, like a lot of people just not all the way healthy. So, like I said, and they trying to put their time into money and stuff. So, it's hard for them to. They put like health last if you really think of it. But anyways, let's get back into it. The prime interest of adults and their second interest is people. How to understand and get along with people. How to make people like you, and how to win others to your way of thinking. So the comment to comment in conducting this survey result to conduct such as a course for adults in Meriden. They searched delightfully for a practical textbook on the subject and found not one. Finally, they approached one of the world's outstanding authorities on adult education and asked him if he knew of any book that met the needs of the group. No, he replied. I know what those adults want, but the book they need has never been written. I knew from experience that this statement was true, for I myself had been searching for years to discover a practical working handbook on human relations. Since no such book existed, I have tried to write one for the use in my own course, and here it is. I hope you like it. In preparation for the book, I read everything that I could find on the subject, everything from newspaper to columns to magazines to article records of the family and the courts and the writings of the old philosophers and the new cytology, cytology, cytologists, in the addition of a hired trained researchers, spent 1.5 years in the various libraries, reading everything I have missed, plunging through endurant tomes, and the psychology pouring over hundreds of the magazine articles, searching through the countless biographs, trying to ascertain how the great leaders of all ages dealt with people. We read their biographs. We read the life stories of a great leader, Julius Caesar, Thomas Edison. I recall we read over 100 biographies of the Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt alone. We were determined to spare no time, no expense to discover every particle idea that anyone had ever used throughout the ages for winning friends, influencing people. I personally interviewed the scores of successful people, some of them world famous inventors to Marconi and Edison, a political leader like Franklin D. Roosevelt and James Fairley, business leaders like Owen DeYoung, movie stars like Gable, and Mary Pickford, and explorers like Martin Johnson tried to discover the techniques they use in human relations. From all these material, I prepared a short talk. I called it "How to Win Friends and Influence People." Deep, if y'all actually listening and actually hearing what it's trying to say. I know it's not getting straight to the point yet, but it's definitely I'm definitely getting something from this book. Like it's helping a lot of people. I'm seeing, man. We only in the beginning, y'all, but that's page 6 right now. I'm gonna stop right there because I gotta. It's starting to get a little later. It's starting to be like it's 7:10. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. 7:17. As y'all can see, I'm finna start getting myself ready to head to the gym. You know, I gotta work out for the rest of the day. I got legs and stuff to do, and then gotta go home and stuff and clean up. Y'all already know, as a trying to be more responsible, so and improve on everything. So yeah, y'all, that's just the beginning. I'm gonna definitely update y'all more about the book because, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's really kind of eye opening on how many people it's helping, and you know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like I always been like that type of kid that never was good at expressing myself, and I feel like sometimes I'm still not all the way good at expressing myself the way I want. So, but one thing that when I was talking to Rodney about it, like he was just letting me know like the best way to get started, because he was telling me about this book, y'all, and he was telling me like this book's down there like the Bible of how to of how to make friends. And you know, one thing about me as a kid, like it always been hard for me to have that close bond with somebody. Like I had it once in my life, but we went our separate ways. But man, this is definitely just starting to just make me understand, and hopefully y'all kind of understand what I was reading from the first 6 pages. So yeah, y'all. Like I said, I'm about to get myself ready to head to the gym and stuff. Got a little leg workout, and then as y'all seen earlier, I got my vest on. We finna definitely get on that treadmill with the vest. I can't wait to go hop on the treadmill with it, cause man, that thing is relentless. But I'm gonna see y'all at the gym, cause I'm finna head up out of here, cause I know y'all been hearing a lot of background noises. I'm over here in the kid house. Y'all can see. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm over here in the kid house, so you know how kids are. When you a kid, you just being a kid, y'all. So I'm not even mad at them. But this is like, dang, I'm trying to be quiet, and I'm trying to make sure y'all hear me and stuff, and y'all hearing the background noises. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna pick you up in the gym. I'm over here yapping a lot, and I'll see y'all there. YouTube. Just came back from the gym and stuff, got a little workout in. But I just wanted to update y'all and let y'all know that just I made it home safe and all that, cause all that. I had just legs today and I just round track. I just had legs today and did some ab workouts. And that's about it, for real. But I kind of got there a little late, so couldn't do like a full workout, which is no problem. Later this week I'm gonna just make up for it. Ain't my hair all in my face and stuff. Y'all kind of adjust this. Anyways, y'all. Something I really want to talk to y'all about is like when I was in the gym, I was just telling myself like on a treadmill, like you can't be defeated. And that's something I want y'all to start telling yourself, like, especially if y'all watching this channel. And this channel is, like I said, supposed to help y'all just better y'all and stuff, because I really want to make this channel a self-improvement channel. And basically what I'm saying is just start telling yourself that, like, start showing gratitude to yourself and telling yourself you can't be defeated, y'all. Because like I said, this the world we live in, and a lot of people around you would just try to stop you from getting to where you want to get. And I'm just on a treadmill just talking to myself, like telling myself I would not be defeated. I was running with them that vest on, so I'm just like, bro, something. I'm just feeling that, like, that type of energy, like, bro, I just won't be defeated. I'm just wherever I'm, my mindset is and my purpose is, like, nothing's gonna defeat me, Especially I'm putting that word out, and it's just going to, like, not just physically, but it's going into, like, spiritually, y'all, because, like, I'm telling myself that, like, I just can't be defeated. Can't be, I really can't. Yeah, that's one thing I want y'all to start just telling yourself, because, like I said, times we in a lot of distractions and negativity around you. So try your best to just keep your head up and just start telling yourself you determined, you dedicated for whatever you want in this world. Because it will come to you when you start telling yourself that. And yeah, y'all. Something I just wish not even wish, but my alarm going off. I got an alarm set for my phone, so every time of the hour, like, it just remind me what I need to be doing, because I got a little ambition, just my routine on my wall, so it just something I just put a timer down. But anyways, y'all, like I said, just start telling yourself words like that. But I just feel like I'm just starting to become. I'm over here playing with this pen. Let me lock in, y'all, for y'all. But I'm just feeling like I'm just really starting to grow and trying to keep learning more. I want to keep being more wiser and wiser. Yeah, y'all. Man. I'm very silent right now. Just a lot to cope in. Like, it's just crazy. I hope y'all boys are doing well, very well. Keep your head up very high. Because like I said, all you got in this world for real is yourself. So make sure your cup is being 100% full before you start trying to help others, y'all. Because sometimes people will just try to bring you down. They really will, especially when you're in, like, a good mood. You got a lot of people just can't explain it, y'all. They just don't want to see you win for real. You just gotta really cut back on a lot of stuff, cut back on a lot of people. Just make sure you alright first before anything. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all these words. Like, just tell yourself y'all can't be defeated. Cause me myself, I'm saying this right now. I will not be defeated. I really won't. Nothing's gonna stop me from achieving my purpose. You know, God sent me down here for a reason to keep going and going. And man, I am gonna keep going to keep fulfilling my destiny. You know, but I just can't give up, y'all. I can't. Man, it's just crazy, man, how this world works. You got friends, you got family. If you got a girlfriend, you got that. And that's just like 3 things right there that I'm naming. That it's already taking 25% of your battery, your time. And then when you look up, you don't even got no energy for yourself for real. So I'm saying, what's the point? You know, I still love my mom, still love my brother and everything, but they just don't get it. How hard, how determined I am, how passionate I am about keep evolving. I know I just kind of been all over the place, y'all, but just really wanted to pick this camera up and just talk to y'all, and just because, like I said, y'all really motivate me to keep going and going, because I know I am going to be successful, because I'm already am. Even if I'm not there right now, I know I am. I'm happy in the inside, and I know that God want to keep making me happy, so just asking, like, I'm gonna probably just talk to God and ask him, like, but just take full control of my, just make sure I want to make sure I just choose me for real. Like, I'm trying to make sure it's just me and I'm cool. Cause, man, I don't think nobody really sees it the way I see it. Like, I'm very passionate the stuff I'm doing, but when I try to help others, it's just nobody wants to better themselves. And I just had a talk with some people, like, just can't leave family, but I'm not on that, like, I'm about to just leave my family, but I'm just going to turn more of my energy just towards myself and focus more on myself, because I gotta make sure I'm good. God will want that from me too, you know. Can't force the horse to drink the water. Can't force everybody. Like I said, I can guide people to the water, but I can't force you to drink it. It's up to them if they want to do it. But I start to kind of ask myself, like, what thirsty person wouldn't want to drink the water? I don't think people really have the vision I have right now that I'm seeing. But it's alright. Not everybody's supposed to have it. That's why I said, told y'all in the beginning, make sure y'all are make sure y'all telling yourself just can't be defeated, because I'm not going to be defeated. And I will not let anything put me down. I got a like I said, I got a nephew that's here. I really want to be a role model to him. I really am. No, it's not I want to be a role model. I am going to be a role model. Change my words, because make sure I'm talking with power and passion with my stuff, because, man, I am going to be a role model for my nephew, and I'm going to teach him how to be a way better person than I was and my family is. And yeah, y'all, I really, like I said, I love y'all. really appreciate y'all, because I feel like I can just open up to y'all and just talk to y'all. Hopefully, and whoever hearing this, you know, hopefully you can understand. Hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I got a long week ahead of me. I got a couple more videos to edit and edit some pictures and stuff. But anyways, y'all, I'm finna wrap the video from here. Really appreciate y'all coming out. Hear me talk and cope to y'all sometimes, man. Man, I just be feeling like I have to talk to somebody, but I'll just keep everything to myself now. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.